Knights Templar right to war in today's 1212 AD siege battle, and we are starting with a glorious sight out here as the elite Templar Knights charge into battle against Toulouse here, and in they go, bravely charging in against, looks like some spearmen here of Toulouse, and that is a very brave and maybe a very foolhardy charge, to be honest. We'll see whether that pays off. It looks like they have smashed through that spear line there and managed to take them out. Those looks like there's not a light spear unit, a light sword unit. It's the Pieton levies, which are also a light spear unit. Absolutely annihilated those guys there, and yeah, an amazing charge by the Templars, losing about one rider. Yeah, those mountain sergeants only lost one as well. What an incredible start to this amazing 1212 AD siege battle, and I am telling you, this is an amazing one. This was sent in by the player that sent this one in, said that it was really close, comes down to the wire, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one comes out. And yeah, I mean, we've got some really strong factions in this one here. I mean, we've got the Empire of Nicaea, and also, of course, the Kingdom of Jerusalem, led by the Templar Knights here. They actually seem like they lost a few more riders, I think, when pulling out the Templar bodyguard. Yeah, lost about more like 12 riders by the end of it. And they are facing off against today. They are facing off against not one, but two County of Toulouses. So yeah, interesting sort of faction pick there from the attackers. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And we have, wow, what is that firing? Oh, it's a fire siphon, and it's burning all these towers. Wow, it's literally a one-shot hit and kill on these siege towers. That's incredible. I did not realize it was, and that's a heavy siege tower, so they are like burning those in one hit. So yeah, that's very, very useful. And you can see the fire siphon there, yeah, doing its work. I mean, it's good they've got one there. They've got another one over on this side here. I don't know if they're using this one as well, the Empire of Nicaea, but yeah, if they do, then they will be able to reduce those towers pretty damn quickly as well. Never thought to bring the fire siphon, but maybe it's definitely worth a play bringing to get rid of these siege towers. You can burn them in one hit pretty much. Might make Nicaea a bit more of a favorable faction to use on the defense, that's for sure. But as you can see here, Toulouse is dismounting his sergeants. He's getting rid of his towers, it seems, on this front here, and he's not going to be attempting to assault there anytime soon. I think he's taking some losses, not many, but I think with the towers collapsing, or just like the fire siphon maybe hitting over here, taking some losses with his infantry as well. They do have bombards as well. Looks like we've got yeah, some culverines over here, and I think the other County of Toulouse actually has a great bombard, if I can find it. I think I saw a great bombard, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, I think here it is. So yeah, they do have the great bombard as well, so they can open up breaches. So you know, these fire siphons aren't the end of the world. We also have bastion cannons on this side, so they might have a bit more joy against Jerusalem here when it comes to landing towers. But yeah, this is certainly a fun one. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this 1212 AD siege goes down. We've got some glorious 1212 AD sieges on the way in, so like the next few weeks. I've got quite a few that I want to showcase off. So definitely, if you are new around here, I want to see more 1212 AD, or if you've been here for a little while and don't want to miss out on any sort of videos, do remember to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of them. And don't forget to subscribe as well, you know, if you haven't already. We're working towards 11k subs. We're nearly halfway there already. So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. And yeah, looks like both sides maybe calming down a little bit, you know. That first little bit of excitement from the Cav charging into the Pieton levies, and then also the fire siphons going off on this flank here. Certainly makes the Toulouse player looks like he's taking his time. I don't know what the Culverines have been firing at. They've used maybe about a quarter of their ammo. Looks like they might have been firing at, I don't know, this wall here. It looks like they're trying to shoot this. Oh, is this technically a fort tower? Yeah, it is. Okay, apparently that part of the wall is a fort tower. It's not even part of the wall. So anyway, it looks like they're trying to destroy this tower. Not a good use of ammunition. Should only be destroying walls. 4 towers, and probably not worth trying to kill at all. And yeah, it looks like Toulouse over here has lots of gendarmes, which great that he's brought them, but wrong side, that's for sure. Because he had all the gendarmes on this side, they sallied out on the other side and did some serious damage. Tier-wise, I think it's just a whole mix. It seems like there's a lot of tier 2s and tier 3s. Might even be some tier 1s. Yeah, actually, here they are. Some dismounted Templar Knights. So we have the early period Templar Knights. They're all, yeah, like tier 1 silver chevron. Quite heavily silver chevron, I might add. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any sort of set rules on what tier you can bring. Often there is in some of these battles, but it doesn't seem like that is the case here. And there you go. Some of the units now landing on the walls. Siege equipment has been destroyed. I think that's just rams being destroyed as they knock the walls down. These tier 1 spear sergeants here for the hospitals are going to get messed up by these shock infantry. You can see the difference in armor. Like the attacking shock infantry here of Toulouse is literally going to land on the wall, carve these guys. They have like full steel armor. And yeah, the hospital sergeants here have just chainmail really, and then like a padded jerkin. So yeah, they should eventually get through these guys. But that's why you bring like tier 3 if you can, because your opponent will bring tier 3, and it's more like it's not like higher tier like better quality infantry. It's just later period technology. So yeah, they're 15th century against 13th century stuff. So they have better equipment, better weapons. So that's why they will win that fight. Really, it's not because they're like more elite troops. It's just because they're late period. It's like, imagine like having, well, they're 2 centuries different basically. So that's like having a modern day infantryman up against a Napoleonic infantryman. Like they both have a rifle, just one of them semi-automatic, automatic, and then the other one's just using a musket. That's the difference in sort of like the gap in time of those two units. But it looks like, as you can see here, me waffling on about the wrong era. Gendarmes have broken through. That great bombarders make a big breach here. Now we're going to see, looks like the general of the Byzantium here go in. I'm just going to probably refer to him as Byzantium. That is kind of what Nicaea pretty much is. The exiled Byzantium. But yeah, they're going in. I think they should win that fight. These are tier 2 going against a tier 3 general. So they should win that fight. Looks like also we're going to see polearms here going in. They look like they've broken polearm formation. They're just going to charge on in support their allies general. Jerusalem and Byzantium working together, maybe to defend the Holy Land, you know, maybe Toulouse is over here trying to, you know, take the Holy Land for themselves from Jerusalem, and Byzantium's helping out, or maybe it's like Byzantium's under threat and Jerusalem's helping defend it against like the Latin Crusaders. Whatever you think, but it's an interesting one, that's for sure. Look at this, they managed to get themselves fully surrounded here, these gendarmes. That's a really poor move there by the gendarmes, just getting encircled by Cavalry and all of this. Look at it, it's a bit overkill really, but they have routed that. 47 out of 70 riders, that's very easily routed there. The other one did decide to just go back out. But yeah, that one getting surrounded, it's going to get cut down to a man, I imagine. And that's a big waste there for a very expensive cav unit, really. I mean, it's still tier 2, it's not like expensive, but it'd be over 1,000 wasted there. We have got Anglo-Varangian of Byzantium here waiting on the walls. They look glorious, I just want to say. Look at these guys waiting. Imagine they're like, we will defend these walls for our emperor. We'll give our lives. Fight to the last man. But yes, they look glorious. I mean, also it does like make me laugh that they are English, Anglo-Saxons and Vikings. Those guys literally like a few centuries have been like enemies and are now fighting side by side. How weird the world works, eh? Like after 1066, Saxons needed a home to go to, so they decided to go to Constantinople and join the Vikings. Kind of crazy to think about. Also crazy to think like how Howard Hadrada served in the Varangian Guard and then ended up trying to invade England. Like kind of shows that like the medieval world, people got around. Yeah, there you go. These hospitalities starting to rout. They're going to get killed off. They actually are, yeah, getting routed just about everywhere. Actually, the hospitalis sergeants, yeah, these sergeants here, the spear sergeants, are getting routed by sword sergeants. Spears have had a bit of a buff, but yeah, still tier 3 swords going against tier 1 spears. It's an easy win there for the attackers. And there you go, those dismounted chevaliers getting an easy win. And it looks like Jerusalem isn't going to continue to fight for the walls. He's just going to try and defend in these streets here. I think this is actually Ravenna because of the marshes. I think this is the map they're known as Ravenna. It's a very cool map, that's for sure. And yeah, it looks like at the moment Byzantium's going to carry on fighting for the walls over here. I mean, the Anglo-Varangian are waiting on the walls. The Ribolds here, these light melee infantry, they're going forward. I'm surprised the sally out hasn't happened to try and just, you know, rout these guys. They are light melee infantry at the end of the day. And there's nothing supporting them, and it would just delay the ram getting up there again. And I think, as I say it, maybe we are going to see a sally out here. Looks like the Templar bodyguard fancies another charge out. Lots of Jerusalem knights going in that direction. I'd move the infantry out the way here just to delay, so that they don't delay the sally out. But I think they are going to give it another go again. Looks like the cav is massing here Or maybe it's just going back to the center of the map. But I would sally out again. I'd try and stop these rebels. Just slow down Toulouse. He's not learned from his lesson. He's still got a lot of his Custeliers back here, which are medium shock cav. So they're like not going to be able to stop the more elite Templar bodyguard. But yeah, he's not learned his lesson. He's still got infantry moving forward, unsupported really. Also, look how he's avoiding the fire siphon. He's going all the way to the other side over here with siege towers. So yeah, they aren't going anywhere near that fire siphon. They at least learned that. But it looks like maybe a sally out through this gate over here potentially is in the offing. As you can see, Jerusalem is massing up knights and sergeants there. And another charge from the cav here. Looks like Cavalry going in again, dealing with these gendarmes. It's a tier 3 cav again, dealing with tier 2 cavalry of the attackers. So yeah, the attackers going pretty cheap on their cav, and it's costing them a bit. It looks like gunners now arriving for Toulouse, the Cavalrinas. Here they're firing in, and they're evening up this fight here. So Toulouse is probably going to win, but he's going to lose a lot of his cav. And we have a floating man! How have you learned to fly? Oh, he's dead now. You can't ask him how he learned to fly, but he managed to fly. Maybe he is Christ in disguise. But there you go. Sergeants and like Pavis spears getting in there, helping to even up that fight. But yeah, the Cavalry not doing a good job. Well, doing a decent job, I should say. We've got a general here as well, just like to say. The Count's bodyguard. He is getting shot at, just like to say, by crossbows here. Cyprian crossbows. Just taking, you know, some shots for free. I don't know if I'd like that if I was Toulouse, you know, just weakening your
tower has been destroyed.
Your general freely they are, and they were capturing a tower, which fair enough, but still a bit of a risk weakening your HP. Looks like the general for Byzantium took a fair few losses as well. And this is a bad use of like shock infantry here, just getting impaled on polearms. These Italian polearm units here for the Jerusalem player, just skewering these dismounted chevaliers of Toulouse. There you go, they managed to get rid of them. But yeah, if you have any glorious 1212 AD replays that you want to have sent in to have featured on the channel, if you like Pope, this is an amazing replay that you need to check out. Do feel free to send it into my Discord, link is down below in the description. Oh my gosh, these Crusaders I think just got by the fire siphon. Yeah, they got burned to a crisp. And yeah, they were trying to go and get these, looks like the rebels did get attacked. They got sallied on by swords here, some Catalanoi, which are like Catalan mercenaries that serve the Empire Nice here. It's a very cool unit. But yeah, they sallied out on the rebels.
Our men have regrouped.
And then the Custeliers actually tried to deal with the Catalanoi and instead got fire siphoned. They have nearly used up all their ammo though, trying to burn those Catalanoi. So that is, I guess, maybe the payoff for the fire siphons. They don't have a lot of ammo. I'm not sure. But it looks like we've got lots of spicy things at the back of the map. We've got a trebuchet for Byzantium and also a fire thrower. It'll be interesting to see whether this guy gets any action. They often get focused down by missiles,
forward.
And I really hope that doesn't happen here today. I'd like to see them get some good kills. Again, though, I'm not liking... Well, that's a bit of a mistake. I don't know if that's a mistake by Byzantium player or what, but they're going to lose this unit of polearms here. I think that sword unit nearly pulled through. But yeah, polearms. Actually, this unit's wavering. Sergeants here wavering. Is it getting encircled, maybe? I don't know, but we're going to see a charge here from the gendarmes. We're going to try and rear charge the polearms here. Bit of a mistake by both sides, I think, accidentally pulling through each other. I don't know if they meant to. But yeah, there you go. The polearms are going to probably lose a lot of troops there. And the sergeants, they might break pretty early on here. Minus 13 morale for guns. Is that friendly guns? Because I can't see any... Oh yeah, it is. It's the Cavalrinas over there. Yeah, I think shooting in the polearms. That's actually doing damage to their own morale. But yeah, the gendarmes going to keep cycling in, trying to do what damage they can. Trying to break those polearms. Yeah, big mistakes there. And we're going to see, I think, Byzantium's general charge. Is he really going to go for a charge into the spears? He is. He had a sword unit that was right next to it. He should have gone for that instead. The spears is going to do a lot more damage to his general. He needs to be careful about going in for charges like that, especially with his general, especially once they use it later on. The swords have been routed. The polearms survived for now, but they were lucky there, were Jerusalem on that sort of mistake. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it seems like a lot of swords being landed on the walls here for Toulouse on this flank. Not sending any shock infantry over just yet. And they're sending a sword right down to this end of the wall. This could end up getting isolated and probably just killed by a cav unit, I'd imagine. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll be able to land and just sneak in. But yeah, a lot of the defense is going in for Jerusalem. Sorry, for Byzantium by the gate here. And these Anglo-Varangian on the wall are going to mess units up, that's for sure. We've got a tier 2 there. I imagine this might be, yeah, the tier 3 variant as well. So yeah, some elite Anglo-Varangian going in. That's a tongue twister to say, trying to say it quick. I don't know if I like their tier 3 like look. They kind of look okay. I think the tier 1 is probably one of the better looking units, I think, for it. But yeah, still a very, very cool unit, that's for sure, and very, very deadly. And yeah, here we go. Lots more sergeants coming in. It looks like they're really just going to persist with charging these polearms and swords. I don't know if it really works. Some people have been saying, oh, it's a strategy. If you can charge the polearms before they set up in like their phalanx formation, you can do some serious damage. I mean, so far we've seen multiple units of swords and polearms, and shotgun infantry die to it. And they've also got they're setting up pretty quickly. These Italians are doing a good job. Whether it's a sacrificial lamb sort of thing, these sergeants. It's almost charging in, kiting here, just to allow the crossbows and the gunners to maybe get some good kills onto these guys. I mean, they are doing some good damage now. Look at that. They are focusing down these polearms. Yeah, doing some serious damage. Jerusalem needs to pull these guys back, send something else up. But it doesn't seem like Jerusalem has much in the way of other stuff to offer. He's got lots of dismounted Cyprian knights. He's got these Templar knights, which are sent up first, to get them in play. But yeah, look at that. Polearms are retreating. Whether we're going to see, it looks like the general might be about to go back in again. If these swords get baited far enough, I think we'll see the general here be sent in. But yeah, the swords have seen it come. And I think they're going to try and bait the general now to come close and try and get these gunners and these crossbows here. We'll see whether he falls for it. It looks like Byzantium is going to fall for it. And he's going to, ooh, that was very, very close. He's going to get out of there. But he's still taking more losses. Down to 37 riders left. He needs to be very careful. And the fight for the walls is very much underway. Looks like Toulouse is losing. Oh, the tower being collapsed, though, has done substantial damage to this Anglo-Varangian unit, and that, yeah, is going to really affect the fighting capability of these Vikings and these Saxons. They look glorious, though, in their red. I mean, if I was the Jerusalem player, not Jerusalem, the Byzantium player, get my Italicon, start focusing down this general bodyguard that's just going to stand by the walls. These crossbows can arc. They should know it as well. Should both sets of players. I mean, it's not unknown now in 12-12 that crossbows can arc, makes them very, very useful. And these Italicon are doing nothing. Get them firing, get them doing some damage. Whether the trebuchet is trying to snipe them as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, they are taking shots, I think, from archer towers right now as well. So I would start, focusing those guys down. I mean, good news for the defenders on the side. It seems like they're running out of actual decent infantry. Ribolds are about to go in. There is a bit of a force over here, though. That's still waiting. Some sergeants, some pieton levies, and some dismounted chevaliers. And it looks like, yeah, these sergeants are taking the long route round with their towers. So they're taking a long time to get there. So this, Toulouse player is attacking in, piece by piece, not all at once. That, I think, is working quite nicely at the moment for Byzantium, but we'll see. There's now 3 company longbowmen coming forward, tier 1 archers. So these are, longbows, I guess, loaned, mercenaries from England, I guess. They're about to go, and we'll see how they do. Jerusalem now getting stuck in over here with his hospitalers. They're getting stuck in with those black and white uniforms are going to get covered in blood. Hopefully, maybe theirs, maybe the enemies. And it looks like we've got Cyprian crossbows setting up over here. What they're going to shoot at? I mean, I take out the Frank archers. I take out the enemy's archers would be probably a really good target to go for. Cyprian Knights as well. Yeah, you want to keep them safe and sound. They've still got a decent amount of cav as well, do the Jerusalem players. Jerusalem player. He's got these mounted sergeants and the Templar Knights. They can still be very effective. The Toulouse player on this side has not really got much in the way of reserves, I'd say. Like, well, he's not got lots outside the walls. He's still got pikes, which are going to be a problem. You want to save ammo for them. But yeah, pikes are very easy to focus on. I feel like easier than pole arms. His general's also getting shot at. They need to keep him safe. Get him out of here. Don't let him get shot by archers. But here you go. Hospitality Spearmen are losing this fight. They are tier 1 to go up against tier 3. It's not going to be easy. It looks like these Templars and Sergeants, they've seen a good target, and it's definitely a decent one. It's these Sergeants here. It's a risk, but it means and the Gunners will probably shoot, but it's definitely a good target. And here we go. It looks like the Sergeants going to be the ones to sacrifice themselves here. In they go, getting focused down by the Gunners. Oh my gosh, they're flying at those Sergeants. None of them have actually made contact yet with the swords. There you go. They made some contact. The Gunners actually do slow down charge speed 25% and charge burns by 30%. And there you go. I think the Gunners probably did more damage to their own Sergeants than the mounted Sergeants there. And it seems like they're not going to risk the Templar Knights. So yeah, this alleyway might not be a viable option now. But this one certainly, I think, is. These are 2 Sergeant units here stacked up on each other. And there's a crossbow on the wall, but it's just a crossbow. The Gunners are the real threat for Toulouse on that side there. And look at that, Anglo-Varangian. They might have been weakened by the wall, but they were down to 77. They've only lost another, like, 8 men since we last checked in on them. And they've massacred all these Ribalds here and Sergeants on the wall. Incredible stuff. Nicely done here by Byzantium. He's got his Paramonoi as well on the wall here. They're doing some great work. And yeah, there you go. They got a second Anglo-Varangian ready to go. And these guys, honestly, can get 200-300 kills easily. That's on any sort of unit. Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 1. They'll cut them all down. But we'll see what they do now. Shock infantry will be a bit more of a task for them, but we will see. If they kept facing off against sword units, yeah, they would just keep cutting them down. But shock infantry will whittle down their numbers a little bit, I'd imagine. But they are Anglo-Varangian. They are probably the best shock infantry in the game. It's why they're capped to 1. They are honestly unreal. Here we go. I mean, the spears here getting stuck in. There's really a delaying factor. I feel like these tier 3 spears are just doing the work. So is the swords. And here we go. Looks like Hospital is now going in, fighting here against the spears. I think sorry, it's Hospital is Templars, isn't it? These Templars, I think, might be able to match them up. The chevrons are good and they're heavy. So they might be able to last a little longer, we'll see. But they're still fighting, like, units that are 2 centuries old, like, better than them, put it like that. Much more modern. And they're also getting shot in the sides here by crossbows. That is a brutal execution. And these are tier 1 Genoese, so, I mean, they're, like, evenly matched. These guys are supposed to face off against the Templars down below. But yeah, look at that angle. They can literally just fire into the side of those poor Templars. These military monks getting focused on, literally just like guys, fire at will, just hit anyone that's got a white tunic on. They are getting dueled now with the Cyprian crossbows, but the Cyprian crossbows are stuck on top of each other. They don't want to be doing that. That's obscuring their own angles. And yeah, they are also getting shot by the Frank archers there and more Mercenary Genoese, so they need to be careful of that. Personally feel like at the moment Jerusalem is looking like he's the most likely to be broken through here. He's got a lot of reserves that just seem to be elsewhere. And actually we're now seeing Byzantium send over spears here to help out. So yeah, Byzantium's like, man, you're not doing a great job. You could do with some help, I think. And yeah, it certainly seems like it's the case. These swords here as well, they've been pretty bad. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're the units that were on the walls over here. But yeah, we're now just the Anglo-Varangian on the wall. And look at that, they are carving through these Chevaliers. They've taken still a fair few casualties. They have absolutely annihilated these dismounted knights of Toulouse. They should. I mean, look at these double-handed swords these guys have. They are brutal. But yeah, doing a really good job. I don't actually know if there's any differentiation in armor between the tier 2 and tier 3. I can't really tell the difference in the units. Maybe like the scale armor a little bit more. They have a little bit more like the tier 2 of scales, like here, while the tier 3s have more like plate armor, maybe. But they between the two of units here, they still have a fair amount of Varangians on this wall. They need to kind of probably get a bit of time to get some relief. They could do with a crossbow support, like that would really have helped. But these guys still have full ammo here. These Italicon heavy crossbows here. And they'd probably be okay on the wall fighting. They're heavy crossbows. Whether they're saving their ammo for better stuff, but yeah, I mean, we're going to see Pieton levies go up until they're probably still going to get killed off by the Varangians. But after that, I don't know if Byzantium can continue to fight for these walls. They don't seem like they have the ability to do so. And we're now seeing charges here. It looks like from the Custodians, they're coming in trying to break through the lines of Jerusalem. And they are kind of pulling through a little bit here. I mean, there's a gap, but they're kind of pulling through or to the side to try and get these crossbows here. Need to be careful. We're now seeing polearms come forward trying to stop that happening. And we're going to see the spears as well from Byzantium come up, try and save the Cyprian crossbows. It's not looking good. I mean, whether we should see the Templars go into action as well. Get the Cav and they're countercharging. Custodians are retreating as they start to lose men from pulling through. And there you can see the Custodians also trying to now rear charge to the back of these Templars. And they are losing to those Templars. Like, it'll be those side shots from the Genoese and also the rear charge there from the Custodians, causing all sorts of problems there. The Toulouse player maybe pulled through to get to the situation he's in now. But yeah, he's now in a bit of a sticky position of where he can go. But it also looks like the Count's bodyguard here for Toulouse is going to push forward. Now is the time to try and trap him, try and get him stuck in to some polearms, some spears, and get these crossbows focusing him down as well. Like, start to do some damage. And if you can kill a general now early against Toulouse, you've got a really good chance of success as a defender.
Our forces have found their courage. Back to the fight.
And there you go. I mean, the general's going in. He's then being countercharged by polearms. He's going to lose a fair few riders there. He's already lost, it looks like 6, 7, 8. Yep. And he's going to get focused down as well by crossbows, which will really help lose a few more men. And there you go. They sort of stabilized here, have Jerusalem for now, but they're going to have to keep falling back. This is not an angle they can hold because they're side on right now to archers and crossbows who can just shoot into their flanks. And it looks like most of these Templars are going to get routed. Get the spear back for Byzantium. It needs to just fall back now. They cannot continue to fight in this position. They need to just fall back to this road here, just so these crossbows here on the wall don't really get an angle. That's what they need to do. But yeah, it's not looking so good on the Jerusalem flank. Byzantium's flank looking a little bit better. But like I said, it could be better. It could be even better. They could have perfected it if they had these crossbows fighting. Because the Varangians, they're doing okay.
Our men are breaking off.
But they're making it hard for the Varangians. They could make it so much easier. They're cutting through. They should still cut through these Pieton levies, I think. I don't know, maybe not 54, 36. They might rout at any moment. 36 is kind of low. They might start routing. Now these trebuchets are getting focused down by the Cavalries over here. They still have a bit of ammo, I'm guessing, after knocking down. Actually, they didn't really knock down anything. I don't know what. They've knocked down a tower, maybe? I guess maybe they must have knocked down one tower, which is how the Anglo-Varangian have been killed off. But yeah, they've not really done a lot with these Cavalries. They've just destroyed a few towers. It's just not really that useful resources. Like I said, 4 towers aren't the end of the world, in my opinion. I think you can do a lot more by opening up a breach, get cavalry inside. But they are now going to land more sergeants. I think now it looks like Byzantium. Well, he's sending Paramanoi onto the wall, but he's falling back his Italicon. So he's giving mixed signals about what he's going to do, whether he's going to hold the walls, whether he's not. Toulouse over here is setting up his gun. He's going to just start focusing on these spears. Probably not. It's not a bad idea. It's you know, it's a good move. It's a slow, steady move. It's not bad. Like, the siege doesn't have to be run at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Sometimes it does. I feel like, especially if time's against you. But yeah, it's certainly not a bad time to set up your gunners. feel like sieges can be thought of as like as a chess match almost. Like certain things just counter other things. Like gunners here set up against spears. The spears now have like two options. They stand here and die, slow to gunners, waste the gunners' ammunition. Well, not waste it, but make the gunners use up their ammunition. Or they try and fall back, giving more ground to the attackers, and then forcing the line across like the whole front here to fall back. Which, to be honest, it looks like it's already happening. There is a barricade here, which is kind of going to be very important, I feel like, to the defenders. They should really have that mounted up with some crossbows. I think they should have a Cyprian crossbow on there and have another Cyprian crossbow set up just behind the barricade, maybe shooting these Culverinas here, daring to see whether the Culverinas will stand their ground or whether they'll retreat. That's what I would probably do. This could be a sneaky move here, is getting this sword unit along the wall. See whether you can get off the wall and maybe engage this great bombard. I don't know if it's really worth it. It's not got a lot of ammo left.
Our men have rallied.
But it looks like Byzantium is going to try something there with that sword unit, try and get along the wall. This is probably going to be the end of the Templars now. They're getting shot off the bottom of the wall here. Looks like there was some... At least I saw some shots. Yes, some Cyprian Genoese bowmen here, sorry. Shooting from the bottom of the wall up. And then there's also now shock infantry on the wall here. So these warrior monks, they're going to have a tough time. They've had a tough game. I mean, actually, a lot of these shots going over the wall, missing the Templars. But yeah, fighting tier 3 shock infantry with tier 1 like sword infantry, rough. Even if they are elite heavy military monk men. They're doing their bit. I think we did ages ago, like I am talking ages ago, I did like a Templar, like the Fall of the Templar like series. And that was quite fun to do. If you haven't checked that out, that was actually really, really fun. We did like some really cool, so like if you've ever seen Nightfall, like the Netflix series, it's kind of based off that and sort of like the Fall of the Templars. And this is going to be a very silly move here by the Templars. Charging into a Pike in it. I think they're trying to get this wavering sergeant. But there's pikes in there supporting these Swiss pikemen here will quite happily kebab those elite, knights. And they did actually temporarily rout the sergeant, but it did re-rally. But yeah, it looks like the Pieton levies might actually rout before the Varangians. Varangians are starting to go, but very, very slowly. And Paramanoi, they're still fighting on the wall. Looks like the Free Company longbowmen here are trying to get rear shots onto them, kind of failing though. And it looks like the branches are getting landed on again. It looks like these Ribolds or Sergeants, kind of hard to tell the difference. I think it might be Ribolds. No, they're actually Sergeants, okay. But yeah, they're landing those. This other Sergeant over here is still yet to do anything. It's still waiting patiently. Whether it just waits or it will just get destroyed if it does land, which it probably would. Like even this 28-man bodyguard here would probably be able to do enough damage to it. I'm a little concerned as to where Byzantium's reserves have gone. They've got a fire throw here. Looks like they're going to send their Catalanoi maybe back onto the wall. The spear here at the bottom of the wall is also the only other thing kind of close that can maybe fight on the wall. But yeah, not looking good. The Paramanoi are starting to lose it. Those Free Company longbowmen are starting to now get those rear shots off, trying to do some real damage. There's another healthy shock infantry landing on the walls here. Dismounted Chevaliers, 134-man unit. They're starting to land. And it looks like, yeah, I mean, it looks like the cracks are starting to show a little bit for the defenders here. We'll see. I mean, they're going to need like a general death soon, are the defenders to sort of even this up. The attackers slowly pushing forward here. Yeah, the Swiss pikes here, they're really going to... They're going to pretty much be pushing forward slowly. You know, they've got the range, they've got the long pikes here. Nothing to compete with that. Even the pole arms, I don't think can compete with that.
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
sergeants are losing though. I mean, shows how spears are better than swords nowadays. I think also crossbows are helping a little bit. The crossbows really need to focus on that pike unit. That should be their real priority here. They've got 4 units of crossbows here. Can they not mount one on a wall and shoot down into the pikes really and have better angles? I mean, they could also just like set up down this road here. They could just stretch these guys out, get better angles. But they are starting to beat these pikes, and this is the only way they're going to be able to do it is with crossbows. They luckily got quite a lot of ammo left with a lot of these Cyprians, which is good to see. Oh, that's not so great. That little sneaky sword unit went along the flanks here. Looks like it's being killed off by sergeants. Now the Italicon. Why the Italicon are over here now, I do not know. But they're being used, I guess, maybe trying to kill the gunners. But yeah, the Italicon are now going to be in melee in a moment. And yeah, there's this little spear unit here. This spear unit really needs to stop this general, this Count's bodyguard. Whether they're going to try and, yes, they're going to try and do a little play now. This could work. The shock infantry here might need to try and sacrifice themselves against the Count's bodyguard, but that spear now surrounding the Count's bodyguard might just mean that this general is about to get killed off. A nice little move here by Byzantium and by also Jerusalem. That's nice. And look at that, all of a sudden the Count's bodyguard surrounded, and he is in real trouble. And this is what I was saying, they need a general kill soon. And this is going to have to be the one. I honestly think they need to get crossbows over here. The Italicon, of course, as I'm saying that, are running back to their own front lines as they realize the dire situation. General over here, Jerusalem is going to try and get over here and assist. Count's bodyguard, if he's trying to pull through, he is going to lose his general definitely for doing that. Yeah, he is. He's trying to pull his general through, and there you go. That's why you don't pull your general through, and he's dead. And that is huge for the defenders' cause here. Could actually now turn this battle around. And yeah, this shock infantry here should help defeat that heavy spear here. And we could see rear charges from the Templar bodyguard. If he goes around the side here, just flank that spear, hammer and anvil. And there's also now open charges onto the gunners here, which is an even huger opportunity, I think, to kill these guys. Swords are being put into place to try and defend those gunners, but they won't be able to stop the cav charge. There's also a pike unit coming forward. They've got to quickly mobilize. Otherwise, this Templar bodyguard here could get absolutely huge kills, potentially on multiple units here. They're going to go for the swords, I think. Enemy general is dead. I think that is Byzantium's general. He's died, getting focused down by archers as well. And there you go. Great charge by the Templars. We kind of missed it, so we went and checked out who had died, but it was, was Byzantium's. The Templar bodyguard here, he needs to be careful. They don't lose his general. At the sound of losing Byzantium's, he might have thought, I need to keep my general safe, keep him alive. But yeah, he got an okay charge off there. But killing off this Toulouse general, pretty big, pretty huge. I mean, this army hasn't got a lot left. I mean, when we really look at it, it's got a couple of swords on this side of here, a pike. It's got some spears and some shock, and then a lot of range. But the range, he's slowly running out of ammunition. But yeah, they have actually managed to kill out of the pike unit off. The Swiss are running over here. Yeah, 36 of them, they are breaking. But yeah, we are probably about to see the collapse of Byzantium, I imagine, on this flank here. But it looks like they're going to give it one last go. Good moves here by Toulouse. Landing his Pieton levies first off the wall. Very smart. This is a sign of a top-tier 1212 AD player, in my opinion. Landing spears first off the wall then allows you to get your swords off whenever you're ready, because these spears, yeah, as you can see here, Jerusalem was ready to charge anything that came off that wall. If it was a sword, he's going straight in, but he's not going in because it's a spear. Even if it's a light spear, he's like, yeah, I'm not going to go for this. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's still going to go for it. He has already had previous charge to these guys, but he's going to take casualties doing this. Even if he does rout these spears, and he did get a great charge right at the start of the siege, and he's going to rout them by the looks of it. Maybe it's still a sign of a top-tier player. He's just unlucky. This other spear unit getting off his healthier Pieton levies will have a bit more joy. But yeah, the Templars getting in prolonged melee here. They're going to take losses, and it's lost a fair few riders there. And what, he killed one light spearman. That's not a big loss. Could have lost a medium sword that was a lot healthier. But now they got the healthier Pieton levy off the wall. He's not going to attempt that again. Oh, we are seeing fire throwers come, though, and they might rout all these spears. It's actually a great opportunity for the fire throwers. Not what you'd say a prime target for them, but Like, there's no archers here. There's nothing to stop the fire throwers going in
Our
and
men
just
have given
murdering
up
these
and are
guys.
running for their lives.
So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to stay around here. There are probably other stuff going on, but I want to see the fire throwers do stuff. Pikes and swords here look like they're going to rout these medium spears here of Byzantium, sadly. Probably because they have no general. But there you go, Templars going in again. I think that's foolish. Just let the fire throwers do the work. I mean, if you're going to send anything in, yes, send in Byzantium's general. His bodyguard is pretty much spent. Let these Templars survive. That was a fairly healthy unit. Yeah, they are actually going to rout all these spears here, I think. I feel sorry. I feel stupid now saying they were a sign of a top-tier player. I mean, it kind of is. They're setting spears down first. You're just unlucky that it's just light spears. But yeah, the fire throwers use them now. There we go. We're going to see him activated. There you go. Fiery bolts going in. Now the Pieton levies spent. I wouldn't fire another shot at them. Wait for the next unit. I think they get about 3 shots each usually, typically. They could definitely get another shot on both of those units there. They're obviously great for big blobs, but you never really get the chance for big blobs. And I think now you can see, yeah, Toulouse is like, yeah, I'm not letting that happen again. He's sending all his free company longbows to where I think he's going to go down to that flank and stop any sort of fire throwers getting any action. Though, stupidly, it looks like the fire throwers have been allowed to be charged here. They're shaken with their general being dead. They could break, you know. Jerusalem might need to send that cav back in there. The Templars are being reorganized, being mobilized once again. Luckily, the Pietons held. Wow, that is very, very lucky. But yeah, these fire throwers need to be protected. They're expensive, and with no general now, they could break any moment. It's a tiny little unit. The Templar bodyguard going in here, charging pikes again. This general is a death wish. He really does. Really does. That is a really bold move. I mean, right now, I think the players are delaying for time. If the defenders can hold on and, you know, last the full hour, then technically they win by holding on to the city for the full hour. There's still a good quarter of an hour of this battle still to go. And yeah, I mean, the attackers are slowly getting closer to the settlement center. I mean, not this player. This Toulouse player is still yet to actually, you know, really get off the walls. He's getting like ever so slightly off the walls. He's getting routed at every turn. This Pieton levies, yeah, just getting annihilated. He's now looks like he's going to wait a little bit longer for these ones to, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe he's going to just go for a full exodus off the wall. It looks like the Catalanoi here still going to cause some problems. The Italicon are now being activated, and trebuchets are firing, but they're not doing any real great damage. They need to, you know, just save their ammo for big blobs. That's what the trebuchets excel at, is big blobs, because they can get some great kills then. They've already lost, actually, 2 of their trebs as well, so that could be a concern. I'd probably turn the trebuchets to fire onto things like the pikes, maybe the gunners, mainly because they have no, generally could route them quite easily. Charge here from the Custeliers into it looks like Byzantium's Cyprian dismounted knights. So a really good charge there, doing a lot of damage to those Cyprian knights there. And yeah, the Custeliers getting pretty banged up, but you know, it's a great trade, I think, for them. It's a good shock opportunity to try and take out. And yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of heavy crossbows there. They're going to have to use these guys in melee soon, because they're running out of infantry on Jerusalem. They have pretty much none left. It's some Cyprian knights, and it's a dream. That's about it. But both sides on this side here are running low. I mean, there's just a pike left and a lot of range here for Toulouse. He's playing cat and mouse, really, and it looks like we're going to see another charge here, going in against the Cyprians once again. Really nice charge. The Custeliers, again, getting a pretty good charge. Probably going to get some decent kills and rout that Cyprian knight by the looks of it. Big win for them. Big loss for the Jerusalem player. It is like neck and neck, really. Well, I say neck and neck. There's still a lot of troops actually to the attackers. They have 2,100 against 1,000 defenders, but it's just how they use those numbers. And a lot of those men you got to think are archers. And in tier 1, these guys could be routed quite easily by one cav charge if they were to get caught out. There's not a lot of cav left. It's going to come down to those Templar Knights and the Templar bodyguard here if they're going to try any sort of charge him. There's a Pike unit now moving forward here. Dealing with the shock is going to be pretty straightforward for them. They're going to need, yeah, the crossbows. The Cyprian crossbows are now being mobilized over here. This is their priority to try and kill now. I was going to say, the Templar Knight should really be being used to stop this Custelier. They're definitely of a match. It's a tier 2 heavy against a tier 3 medium. Yeah, I'd say that's a fairly even match. And yeah, looks like all the crossbows get sent over here. Just focus that Pike down. You've done the job then. At that point, the Italicon here going into melee. I think you probably beat most of these units in melee, to be honest. Tier 3 heavy crossbows. I think they'd be okay in that fight. But as you can see, they're going to just keep falling back, it looks like. And they're getting closer and closer to that cap point. But yeah, Toulouse, he's given up on this, on the gate here. He's now moving further down. And the trebuchet firing in here. Kind of missed all his shots. He needs to be careful not to burn his own city as well. Just don't want to add to the extra problems. But yeah, if it can really cause, like, this Toulouse player over here to blob up his last couple of spears and his swords, they could really sort of, you know, rout a lot of these troops. There's nothing to block him off. Like, if Toulouse really rushed, he's just got like a trebuchet and a fire thrower in here that can really stop him. There's really no infantry left. They're going to have to get that spear back to the cap point and try and block off any opportunity there. You can see the Cyprian Knights who are getting focused down quite a bit. Gunners are getting focused down. Great news for the defenders. Are finally dealing with this real problem here. Focusing them down. With no general, these guys should break pretty quickly, I'd imagine. I think the real balance of power going in their favor is like these Cav. This Custolier over here, 69 out of 80, is still very, very healthy. That's a very good unit. I mean, even this one here, 26, can be a problem. Not if it gets shot by its own side, but if I go in for a charge into the Cyprian Knight, I think just charging, not much the Cyprian Knights can do about it. I mean, I'd maybe just start shooting the Cav just to make sure. The Pikes aren't really going anywhere at this moment in time. They are shooting them down quite a lot, already weakening them up. They're going to send the Pikes first, actually. I would have sent the Custoliers, just charge them in, try to rout those Cyprians. And there you go, Spears have actually managed to stop the Frank archers in their path. And those Frank archers, I think they've sort of pulled through because they were actually given an attack order to go up the Italicon, so they should be routed pretty easily. But yeah, you can see the Pikes going in. I don't know if I'd be, yeah, full back the Cyprian Knights. Don't charge. Please don't charge it with the general. Yeah. Just keep shooting with the crossbows. Just keep shooting those. Like, he's in a good position now. The Sus Pikes, they've got to stretch out if they want to try and engage his whole front. And these crossbows can just focus them down. Just keep falling back a little bit. Get the angles.
The
shoot
unit's
them.
ammunition is spent and it can no longer fire.
There you go. Unit's ammunition is fully spent. It's more crossbows. Fusiliers, you know, being a pain where they can. The Italicon just needs to shoot the Cav down. Oh, Spears are losing now. The Frankish archers are wavering. Is it because they're surrounded? I think it is. I think it's because they're surrounded. The Byzantium has no general as well, so that is a problem for these Spears. They might rout at any moment. Where did that Custolier go? He's gone all the way down here. He's just trying to be a pain. The Catalanoid getting off the wall. That's another great asset. This Templar bodyguard here should really rear charge that Frankish archer. Just get rid of it quickly. And the Spearman here has been routed. That's a big loss. But yeah, all these crossbows here, I was going to say, these are easy targets for the Templar bodyguard. Whether he didn't want to charge, think he was going to rout his own spear, his allies' spears. But he wouldn't. I think he would have been fine, but he's going to get a great charge there and rout the Frankish archers very easily. He should get these crossbows pretty quickly as well, but he's going to fall back. There you go. The Pikes over here getting routed, and it looks like nothing else is going to get sent in at the moment. There's still this Custolier here, 69 out of 80. This is probably the biggest threat now for the defenders. They've still not pushed in over here. What is this player doing? He's just waiting. Waiting for, I don't know, Christmas or something. He's busy capturing this gate over here. He's got his Custoliers getting in here and more Pieton levies coming off the wall. It looks like he wants to try and capture the gate, get all his forces inside. I don't know whether he wants to send the Pikes through the gate instead of over the walls. Interesting, I don't really know. Here we go. Here we go. He's moving forward now. Pieton levies and sergeants going in. Now they just need to get crossbows over here. I mean, it's been made very, I wouldn't say easy, but easier for the defenders that they're not all attacked at once. They're going in bit by bit. Fusiliers now going in for the Catalanoid here. They should rout them. Wasn't a great charge, but it should be good enough. he goes. Catalanoy getting dealt with. These Fusiliers, I think, well, they might die here. We'll see. They got the shock infantry in earlier. They could have tied those guys down, but they're wavering already. Look at that, 50, well, about 50 riders left in that unit. That's wavering. It could break. You never know. That's a good sign there for the defenders. It really is. I mean, if the fire throwers are ready, I'd just start fire throwing these units if you can. If they come forward, I think that's why they're sitting back. They're like, if we go around that corner, we're going to get hit by fire throwers. The artillery is being very ineffective. How did you miss that shot? It was a very simple shot there. But they managed to miss that with the trebuchet. I'd probably shoot the units further back. Maybe might get better arcs. I'm not sure. But yeah, they looks like the fire throwers, they need to be activated. Whether these archers are in range of the fire throwers, I don't know. There you go. That's a better hit. That's got a really good hit there onto the sergeants, doing some good damage to them. The fire throwers need to be activated soon rather than later. Here we go. They need to get in range. I usually just wouldn't move and just let the there you go. Good volley. That's a better volley. That's a really good volley. That should rout those Pieton levies there, break them, and that's another good hit there by the trebuchet. Get the fire throwers out of there. Just sort of, you know, hammer and sort of skirmish with them, and then yeah, get the Italicon into melee if you need to, just to do what you need to do. I mean, I'd engage with these Italicon, put them in melee, and then let the fire throwers just, you know, start hitting them in the sides. There you go. That's exactly what's going to happen here. Italicon getting stuck in. Get the fire throwers out of here. Byzantium, you know, doing what he needs to do with his last remaining resources. There you go. Because he's pulling out of combat of the Italicon, he's losing that fight there initially with the sergeants. I mean, I'll just get the fire throwers to get one nice little hit into the sergeant side here. Or whether they're going to save their ammo for the pikes, might do that. But they've still got plenty of ammo with the crossbows here. They don't need to worry about taking out pikes with those. But yeah, it's now really coming down to this player over here on this side for Toulouse. He is like just got some spears, some pikes, a bit of cav left. He's still got a lot of range as well, but that is it. Jerusalem has somehow managed to defeat his opponent, but he did need a lot of help from Byzantium. Here we go, fire throwers going in again, great hits, they are doing some damage through an Italicon, routing the Italicon, that's the risk he's run there, trying to, you know, use the fire throwers, and he has actually, I mean, it's good hits in the end. I mean, he's got targets on 2 sergeants there, but it has lost an Italicon, that could be huge. Balance power, it's 700 against 1100 attackers. It's very close now. The defenders are doing a good job evening up the odds. The fire throwers have a slither of ammunition left. I'd save that for a pike unit. Shoot something that's not in combat with some of your own troops, because that's like the fire throwers are doing damage against their own men. Jerusalem here needs to be really careful with his general as well. There are still a lot of missile units around, and also the pikes. There you go, he's wavering. He needs to keep him out of danger, I think, for now, because yeah, the morale for this defending army is literally paper thin right now. Also, I don't know why we haven't seen the general's bodyguard here. Just charge up and deal with these trebuchets. You can come in this way, cause all sorts of problems. Same here, like, actually there's a barricade. Really nice move there by the friends. I didn't even realize that. There's a barricade here. They could have started destroying this though. I feel like done some damage, but it is causing the attacks to funnel through this one spot here, which is, I guess, helping the defenders get back in position. This amount of Cyprian Knights are wavering. They've still got one healthy-ish one, which is great to see. And you can see there, yeah, the Templar Knights down to 7 riders, helping around that sergeant. Excellent stuff there. Get these Cyprian bowmen now focusing down Longbowmen, doing some damage. Pikes and the general now are starting to try and cap the center point here, the cap point. I think it does start a timer if they do manage to capture it, but I don't know if they will. Artillery firing again, missing narrowly the general here. They need to try and get another good hit on him. But yeah, I mean, the shock infantry, I think it gets side charges into the pikes. The pikes certainly aren't set up. And yeah, there you go. Artillery again missing. Come on, guys. Come on. Looks like yeah, they're going to try and get a charge. Yeah, it's not a great use of the shock infantry. The Fusiliers definitely came out better in that one. And they are using their mass crossbows here to try and shoot down the general's bodyguard. Another great move there by the general for Toulouse, moving out of the way of the artillery. He's clearly microing that really well. And the Cyprian Knights here, they're going to, I guess, maybe get sacrificed to try and get the general's bodyguard. Looks like the fire throwers are going to try and shoot the general here. Get a shot off. Come on. I dare you. Burn that general. Looks like the trebuchets just wasted their ammo trying to hit that general. Here we go. Are they going to try this? I think they can get it. I would have thought they were in range from there. Here we go. Fire throwers get a shot. There we go. Really nice shot. That's their ammo used up. And they're down to 54 riders now. And yeah, those fire throwers, it's been a long time since they might should be used well. They've been used well there. Cyprian Knights are about to get charged in the back, and they're going to get routed by the Toulousian general here. 3 minutes left of this battle. The Italicon have got, and the Cyprian bowmen have got to hold on here. The Cyprian crossbow, sorry, need to hold on. If the general can be killed somehow, I mean, that's helping the trebuchet shoot the fire throwers. If the general can be killed somehow for Toulouse, then they might be able to master out these guys, but it is really close. 800 against 500. I mean, both sides are pretty much down to bowmen. There's a little bit more of an advantage for the attackers that they have pikes and a few spears. These are the sort of targets that the trebuchet needs to be going for. Shooting these pikemen and these archers when they're massed up like that instead of that general. The trebuchet crew is now out of ammo. Fire throwers are about to rout. We're about to see the pikes get stuck into melee. They're getting shot in the flank, so by the Italicon here. As you can see, they're moving forward to attack one Italicon while another one is shooting them in the sides. That is going to be the risk. And now the trebuchet crew going in, trying to, I guess, maybe get some side flanks. I don't know. Side flanks. Just get a flank and charge. Just pin these guys in melee so that the crossbows can do their work. There's Italicon, there's Cyprian bowmen in here. They've all got to just start shooting as best they can. Just kill these pikes. The other one, the Pieton levies, and also the pikes going in against some of these Cyprian crossbowmen. I don't know if the general's still alive. He is. He's just way out of the way. Templar bodyguard, way out of the way. Good stuff. Again, shoot this general bodyguard, I think. Why aren't these crossbowmen back here being activated? They need to be activated. Start shooting. Start shooting that general. They can. Just kill him. The trebuchet crew is actually doing a good job just being a pain for the pikes inside. And he's now charging the general. This is definitely not a good idea. Well, I mean, they're trying to slow him down, I guess, but it's still 38 bodyguards. I mean, they could fight to pretty much the last man before that general dies. He is now losing decisively. Keep shooting him with those crossbows. We might see a master out. We will see. But yeah, these Italicon, they need to be firing rapidly. The general's coming back forward for Jerusalem. He's going to, try and, I guess, rally the troops. There you go. The general wavers and breaks for Toulouse. That is huge. Are we going to see a master out potentially here? I don't know. There you go. Allies general has fallen for Toulouse. And now we might also see the general die for Jerusalem here in a moment. He is literally down to like 2 men left. He's routing. And yeah, he needs to get out of there. Quickly get out of there. He's still alive. He is literally part of the last 2 men of that bodyguard. That is insane. Cyprian bowmen here, fighting for their lives. There you go. The general's bodyguard try to charge the crossbows. They try and silence them, but failed to do so. There's 40 seconds left. These crossbows just need to hold on. I mean, maybe even just try and get around, flank these guys, get these longbowen out of, stop them firing. Looks like they're going to try and surround the pikes here with a Italicon. Now try and shoot them, maybe potentially. But it looks like, yeah, the pikes are doing a good job trying to rout these crossbows. I think they honestly need like a minute or two more to do the attackers and they win this fight. But I don't think they're going to get a minute. It's literally got like 15 seconds left of this replay. The pikes here just getting stabbed in the back right now by Italicon. They are going to waver and break, I think, as well. And there you go, a draw for the... well, which is technically a victory, I'd say, for the defenders. Honestly, I think they needed literally like maybe 2 minutes more, maybe not even that, like a minute more, and I think Toulouse wins that one. But what a fight! Insane fight! This was, yeah, an amazing sort of advertisement for 1212 AD. One of the closest siege battles I've seen in a long, long time. But yes, a brilliant fight sent in by Knight, who was playing as one of the County of Toulouse's armies. He did really well. He was actually in the army that got defeated by Jerusalem, but did his bit at the end of the day, helped out where he could. We got 313 kills here with his dismounted chevaliers. Incredible stuff. His sword's not faring that great. One got 121 kills, but yeah, the rest really suffering. He's then got his archers here, 103 kills with them. His tier 1 Genoese crossbow is getting 272 kills, is very good. Gunner's getting 201 kills, did very, very well. But yeah, then his Cav and his Great Bombard not doing much in the way of kills. His Bombard, I guess, was busy knocking down walls. Then we have Abyss Gaddafi here playing as the other county of Toulouse, getting 106 and 112 kills with his dismounted chevaliers. His Pieton Levies just spammed out, not really there for kills, I think just to absorb sort of ammo and cav charges. His swords also really suffered. Really didn't have much in the way of kills. He just had numbers that just, kept chipping away. And I guess the size of the other armies is much smaller, so they weren't going to get great kills. But yeah, and then his Cav down here, 103 kills with one of his Crusaders is the best of those kills there. Then we have Toast playing as the Empire of Nicaea, 188 kills with his General's Bodyguard before he fell. Anglo Varangian High getting 225 kills. The other one getting 233 kills. His Spears getting 221 kills, very, very good. Another one getting 102 kills. His Swords getting 101 kills, and then his Catalanoi, which is a more heavier sword, getting 199 kills. His Paramanoi getting 293 kills. Then we have Italicon getting 159 kills. His Trebuchet getting 146 kills. His Fire Throwers getting 226 kills. Very, very good for them. That's very good return. And then we have F7 playing as the Kingdom of Jerusalem, getting 290 kills with his Templar Bodyguard, who still refused to die at the very end of that battle. His Cyprian Knights getting 251 kills, very, very good. Hospitalis Spearman getting 137 kills, 218 kills with his Pikes here, his pole arms, 133 with the other one. Yeah, his Templars really suffered, getting 60 kills. His crossbows, though, did well. 274 kills, 145. Yeah, all got triple figures. Mounted Sergeants getting 136 kills, and his Templar Knights getting 349 kills. An incredible game for you here today, guys. If you did enjoy this siege battle, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support. And don't forget to check out some other 1212 AD replays showing up on your screen now. But until the next one, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.